We are getting closer and closer to the start of the Shanghai Major every single day, and that means people are getting hyped and excited and starting to speculate about what items could be coming as far as major team items for the Shanghai Major, obviously, with charms just being released during the Armory update, and people actually being a lot more excited about them than I think a lot of people would have expected. That's getting a lot of people to start wondering, are we getting charms coming in the Shanghai Major? I want to talk a little bit about that and more today. But of course, first, let me mention my cash trading business. If you guys are looking to sell any of your CS2 items, turn them into cold, hard cash, or crypto, or any other payment method, definitely hit me up over on Twitter. It's going to be the first link in the description below. We buy pretty much anything and everything for the right price. We like to get those bigger deals done. So if you have any cool knives, gloves, big time skins, whatever, or maybe even you're looking to cash out your whole inventory, I would be happy to get a deal done and help you cash out safely, effectively, efficiently, all that good stuff. So you don't have to worry about getting scammed or anything weird like that going on. And of course, by selling to me, you're helping support me, my channel, and my content, which I would appreciate a ton. With that being said, let's get right into this video today. So again, this is from a while back. This was in February. This was a long time ago when a lot of people were talking about this. I know Gabe Follower and a ton of other people have had rumors for a while about keychains or charms or gun buddies or whatever coming to CS2. And back then, people were tweeting stuff like this out, all their concepts of what keychains could look like and what team keychains could look like for majors as a new item to actually sell. I know back then a lot of people were skeptical about how cool charms were going to be or how popular charms were actually going to get, but since then we have seen Valve actually implement charms in a very cool way. People have been so excited about charms. We've seen some absolutely insane numbers and sales and put up. It seems like people are redeeming the charms a lot in the Armory Pass. I think people really like them. I think people have now seen that Valve implemented them in an actually cool way, and that they actually can be cool. And I see them as like an essential part of crafts now. Like people are actually really using them. Now, obviously the one big major downside about charms is the fact that they are non-consumable, which actually does, worry me about them as far as like an investment would be, even as far as like, team charms and stuff like that. But I did think this was pretty interesting. So, Thor tweets out, every Counter-Strike major comes with stickers. However, there were some majors that had other stuff, like patches in Stockholm. We had graffiti for some other majors, and maybe for the first CS2 major, we're going to get keychains. Obviously, we didn't get those for Copenhagen, but now that keychains or charms, whatever we're calling them, are now actually out, could we be getting them for Shanghai? That's what a lot of people are wondering. Now, in this recent video, Gabe Follower actually talked about this a little bit, and he says he does actually expect that at some point we will be getting team charms. So, it seems like that is something that the team or Valve on the back end is interested in. And again, this would not be totally shocking or surprising because, like they said, with all the other stuff, we've seen them implemented in one way or another for majors. We did get those graffitis. We did get team patches. We have seen teams, get all other kinds of different items, including those stickers. Now, again, will it be with team charms coming to actual Shanghai, or could it be in the future? I don't know. That is an interesting question because, again, we did just get these Armory charms. I think it was about a month ago at this point. So would they want to release new charms so soon? I'm not exactly sure. We do know, I think I have it pulled up here, that the Shanghai Major start date is going to be December 5th of 2024. So again, that's just about a month from now. So if we did get charms for the major or for the teams for Shanghai, that would be a new set of charms just coming out 2 months after the original set of charms. Now, I don't know. Is that too many charms all at once? Is there enough demand to meet for all that? I'm not exactly sure. Is it more likely that they might come out with team charms for some kind of one of the majors in 2025 or something like that? I don't really know. It's going to have to depend on what Valve wants to do there, because I'm sure, obviously, Valve is going to want to come out with another new set of charms at some point in 2025 as well, so maybe there'll always be that issue of them kind of competing with the other ones. It's going to be interesting to see. And then again, as far as how good of an investment could team charms potentially be, whether, depending on what they look like, one, it's going to depend what Valve actually does with them, because you could just make a single team charm, or like obviously the charms we saw with the Armory Pass, we saw that there's 100,000 different templates, and you could actually maybe do some cool ways of implementing that. I know with stuff like the Diamond Dog and the Hot Howl, like the charms kind of get more shiny or have some changes as they go across the spectrum. So I don't know if 100,000 charms would necessarily be appropriate for something like the team charms, but we could definitely get something where maybe we had like 1,000 patterns or 10,000 patterns, whatever, where pattern 10,000 is like really shiny and really sparkly and has like a nice hollow or glitter effect, and then charm like 1 is a little bit more bland and stuff like that. Obviously with the stickers, we have stuff like hollows and foils and glitters and everything, so it would kind of make sense. If they did just come out with a bunch of regular team charms, I do think that they would probably not be a great investment because, again, charms are not consumable, which is something that's really going to hurt them in the long term. And since you can buy them, obviously with the Armory Pass, you can't just directly like put money into infinitely printing stuff. But for major items, you can't actually do that. And I don't know if this would end up being a good investment because I could see them, ultimately probably not being worth that much. Because I do think some of the charms we have in the game right now, like the diecast AK and the semi-precious, how we get the rare patterns and the not rare patterns, stuff like that. If it's just the team logo on a charm, I don't really think at the end of the day that sounds like all that exciting or great of an investment. So I think ultimately it would probably be something that I'd be staying away from. But I do think this could be something cool we do see very, very soon. And maybe I'm wrong about this. Maybe people really want team charms. Maybe there's some cool, sick way to do team charms. Obviously, there would have to be some kind of, like team charm capsule or something like that would also be really, really cool because then that would actually be a consumable item that is involved with charms. And if we did get a team charm capsule, maybe that would be overall the better investment or some cool way to do it. I'm not exactly sure what they would do there. But I do know, like I said, that people are way more excited about charms than I ever thought. And I think this does make it more likely that we do get a team charm than ever before. Arrow said this. He said charms are the best thing added into CS since gloves back in 2016. That's just his opinion. It seemed like since 2019, they've been trying to remove rare skins. For example, no more MVP signatures, no pattern-based skins in the Kilowatt, Revolution, and Fracture cases, and only one pattern skin in the Recoil and Dreams case. Now, finally, we get charms. They have 100,000 different patterns with a ton of variants to collect. Seems like we're back in that era of collecting for skins, and Valve is really pushing that, especially since making the one limited item a pattern-based skin. It would have been nice if the new case Hardened Eagle also had 100,000 patterns, so blue gems weren't so easy to get. But yeah, it does talk about how, these charms are one of the coolest things added to the game, in a long time. 2016 was 8 years ago since we got gloves, so that is very, very crazy. Also, people like Cinco saying, should Valve add charms of team stickers? What do you think? And that just gets me thinking, obviously getting charms for the new teams that we have and getting a charm of like Onipixel's face for Team Drillas would be absolutely hilarious in the Shanghai Major, but also some of those old iconic teams, getting that Eye by Power charm, that would be so sick. Getting a Titan charm, that would be very, very sick as well. But obviously, those things are in the past. We're moving on. We're in 2024. We're into CS2 territory and stuff like that. So maybe charms will be the iconic item 10 years from now if they do end up doing something like this. I don't know. It would definitely be crazy. But yeah, obviously, like I said, there's a bunch of different concepts, a bunch of different ways that these could look like. But also some other interesting things for charms, and I think a way that people could like them a lot more and maybe contribute to their value. Gemsbury Gregory put out this. He said, should keychains be able to added, or they be able to be attached to knives? And I think this would actually be very, very cool. I think this is something that people really want, and I kind of expect this to happen at some point. I don't know, if you can put them on your guns, why not be able to put them on your knives? Now, obviously, there's the other question of, hey, why then not allow people to put stickers on their knives and stuff like that? And like, where do we draw the line? I don't know, but I do think keychains actually fit nicely onto knives in a lot of ways. Like he says there, you can put them on a couple different places that actually look pretty, I think, cool overall, especially for some of those, like since we have charms of knives, wouldn't it make sense for them to actually be able to put them on your knives? And wouldn't that increase some of the craftability and stuff there? I don't know. To me, that seems to make some sense. Then he also had this really cool idea for some case hardened charms. Obviously, we have like the blue gem AK with the diecast AK and everything, but what if we actually had straight up case hardened or even heat treated charms as well? I don't know. The sky is really the limit for all the really cool and interesting possibilities and stuff you could do with charms. And again, I know there's a lot of people who are going to be patiently waiting and anticipating maybe some team charms coming to the Shanghai Major very soon. I don't know. The biggest thing I'm waiting for is those stickers. Obviously, are we going to get bordered? Are we going to get borderless? I don't know. I can't wait. But we are just about a month away from the Shanghai Major, and hopefully even less than a month away from actually finding out what those new major items are going to be. So it's time to start speculating. It's time to start getting ready and preparing your wallets for whatever Valve has in store for us. But that's pretty much every video today, guys. Hopefully catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.